If you have searched in Beam Object but you don't find the families that you want, you can always create them by yourself. So I'm gonna explain to you how to create families within Revit. What you have to do is go to File, New Family. I will create a door family and a window family. Um, and different types of families, so you get a sense of how these families are created. So you select a template. This is a family template, and you can select windows. There are also the doors that I told you, and basically any category has its own template you can create, but the most popular are windows, are doors, and this one that are generic model. Within generic model, you have ceiling base that are families that can only be placed on ceilings, such as recessed lining, any type of light. Face based is a family that is placed in basically any face, can be a wall, can be a floor, but it needs a pattern apparent to be placed in. This is floor based, which is placed in floors. Line and patterns, this is roof based. Or generic model that can be placed anywhere basically. And here we have doors. So the template basically already has this created. So you can now hit right away load into project, and now you have your door already created. As you can see, it doesn't have any annotation to the annotation in it, but it's already a door. So basically what you do in a family is modeling how do you want the family to be. So you can model the door as you want. You have already the parameter of width, and in the interior or elevation view you have the parameter of height. If you change these parameters, the frame of the wall adjusts, of the door adjusts. So this is the template that we will use to create the door. These lines are the reference plane. And now what we will do is create the frame of the the actual door of in this family. So start by creating an extrusion in create in the first tab and create a rectangle. Hit accept, and then you will go to the interior view, and you have created this extrusion, but you wanna extend it up to the height of the door. So you by using this button, which is align, you will select the place you wanna go, and then the element you want to get to this point, which is the top of the door. Then done, click, and very important is to lock. So if the height changes, the door will change as well, this height. Okay, so the other thing that we have to change actually is this width of the door, because if we change the width, this won't change automatically. We have to again align with AL and click the side of the door and lock it. Then again align the to the reference plane and hit the side of the door and then lock it. That way, if we change the width and come back to 1000 millimeters, we will have this door adjusted. We have it already. Now, if we want to do some 2D elements, we go to the annotate and create a symbolic line. And we have the subcategory, which is door projections. And we will draw the arc we want the door to have. So here we can load into project and override, and now we have our lines. We can see in the 3D that we already have our frame, our door, and that's how we create the door. It's basically creating some geometry within the templates that we have. If we create a new family, such as a window, it's the same as a door. If we see in the 3D, we have the template already created. We can load this into project, select the project we are working on, and you can place it already in the project. So here we can change here in edit type the width and the height. And by double clicking it, start to adjust the family. So we already saw the extrusion creation method. So now we're gonna see the sweep. How are we gonna do the sweep? So we'll use it in the frame. So select sweep and sketch the path, which gonna be the whole contour of the frame. Now, this line is the profile we will use. So it has to be the draw or the actual profile of the window, which we will be drawing in the left elevation. So you see that this is the width of the wall, So the frame it will be with this this drone, this profile. Okay, the profile, and then okay, the whole process of the sweep. If you see it in the 3D, you will see that it's already created the frame. Click here in types, family types, and change the width. So you will see it adjust the width and the height. It's being responsive. Now in the floor plan, we can create the same extrusion as the door, a little bit smaller because we will again align it and lock it to the reference plane as well as the door. So if it changes geometry, it adjusts and responds to this new geometry. We do the same in the exterior. It is created by default here in level 0. So we have to be conscious and actually locating in the reference planes. So what is different from the doors is material of this glass, which can be chosen and changed in this panel of the properties where we find the parameter material. And in the 3 dots, we select the material we want, in this case glass, and now it's translucent. So if we load into project, we will have our window with our glass with the material which is transparent. The other types of families that we have are metric, generic model, phase-based, which can be anything. For example, this prisma, we will upload it to the project and it will recognize the faces that we have. So just go ahead and change the geometry of this so you create the family that you want. There are also metric generic model, I mean floor based, that can only be placed in floors. We see it in the 3D and put it can only be placed in floors. if we see the family tree, we can put it in vertical faces or place in face, which is the 2D. Or in the 3D, you can place it anywhere. And so on. So go ahead and create your own families. So you master this, which is very useful. So you create and you don't waste time searching it on website. The only thing you have to keep in mind is that you have different options or different forms. So explore them. I have shown you the most relevant ones, which is extrusion and sweep, but you can create this revolution, which it's a profile and then an axis line, and it creates an actual revolve. Load it. And keep exploring the types of creation of these families that you can find here, like blend, which is a geometry in first place, and in top another geometry, and it creates the extrusion or the solidification of the two geometries. Sweep, we've seen it, and sweep blend is the combination of the two, which is two geometries and one line that is the railing that will follow the geometry. So it creates these types of geometry. And the void is a hollow section of the geometry, so you can create holes within the geometry. For example, this void extrusion or any void type of form, you will do this rectangle and you can select the the amount of void you want and then load it again in the project, and all the families that belong to this type will update.